Hello, welcome to this next video about process work and the Melbourne Processwork Intensive. I'm Liz Scarf, a process work diplomat and one of the trainers in the intensive. And in this little video I wanted to talk about another very central thing in process work called feedback. And it's not feedback as you know it though, we've got a little bit of a different spin on feedback. So I didn't write any notes for this, I'm just going to waffle. Everything in process work is guided by feedback, and almost any time you might ask a supervisor or anything about what to do next, which direction, what blah blah blah, they'll go, what was the feedback like? Where's the feedback? When was the last moment of energetic feedback? Feedback centres everything we do in process work. Because in process work we don't view ourselves as agents of change, but facilitators of nature or facilitators of change. So we're always looking for feedback from someone's process to know where to go to next. We don't plot the path, we follow the path as it kind of gets made. So feedback is, we tend to think about it is what somebody might say in response to a question or a proposal, saying, oh yes, I'd like to do that, no I don't want to, I'm not sure, give me time to think about it. So this is what, the intended feedback that we might give something. But our communication signals and our bodies and the field around us also will contribute to feedback, and usually by bringing in feedback that is either congruent with what we're saying and what we're intending, or feedback that's actually in conflict with that or that carries a different message, because it's uncommon that, well not uncommon, it's not uncommon, but to give congruent feedback where what you say and the way you say it and all the signals around you in the field, where all those things align, it happens. And then also often we've actually got a lot of diverse responses to any kind of proposal or proposition, so we'll have diverse kinds of feedback. So there'll be part of us saying, oh yeah, I'd like to do, yeah, I'd really like to do that. And then a head that's shaking, no, I don't. Or, yeah, no, it's good. I feel really, really well actually, and yeah, life's pretty good. Feeling pretty calm and chilled out. Yeah. So there's like these are fairly obvious. Yeah, signals are sometimes very, very subtle, but you'll see that in the information I'm giving you in those two little examples, there's something I'm saying, but some other signals that are kind of disagreeing or don't quite line up. So if I was asking a client, these are some of the directions that we could go in, what do you think about doing this? And they go, oh yeah, that sounds good. I'm not going there. Not until we've really cleared up that that's where they want to really congruently go, because I would say that's fairly flat, non-energetic feedback. So we think about feedback, we say positive and negative, but really we have energetic and flat feedback. So if I say, hey, do you want to do X, Y, Z? And the client goes, yeah, that sounds really good. There's all of them gets energized and engaged with the idea. Or I'll say, what about such and such a direction? They just immediately start going in that direction. We say, yeah, this is positive feedback, this is energetic feedback, it's the right direction, it's where this process is wanting and trying to go. But if I say, hey, what about this idea? And the person goes, let me think. Well, yeah, no, that's, I'm going to say, no, this is not energetic feedback yet. This is flat feedback, and this is someone stopping to think about it. So I'm going to stop with them and think with them about it until we have energetic, clear feedback that's in whatever direction we need to go in. So often what we call positive feedback or energetic feedback could even look like someone saying no, but laughing a lot. No, I'm never going to do that. No way. You can't make me. I'm not going to do it. There's a lot of energy and excitement there. Would go, they're saying no, but we're on to something here. Now, we're not going to push people, of course. And the same thing happens in groups, yeah. Like you see a positive and negative, flat and energetic feedback in groups around different directions. And it's really in a response to, is the direction or your suggestion following the process, you will get positive energetic feedback. If it's not following the process, it'll be flat. People will think about it. Other things you sometimes find around feedback, it can be very energetic. If it's positive feedback, people just immediately start going where you suggest or where, you know, you kind of indicated the next step, they'll just automatically do it. It's the other thing. Sometimes you can get energetic, it's the right direction, but someone kind of hits an edge about going in that direction, so they can trance out a little bit, get a bit dreamy, or feel bored, or get a little or think about it. So it's quite a complex thing to be able to notice all the different kinds of signals, because you'll get dozens at once. You're not going to notice them all, of course, but just noticing enough to even just be able to go, yep, let's keep going, or let's pause and check this out more and see if there's a different direction with better feedback, or unpack this mixed feedback. And so negative feedback is usually looks more kind of energetic and flat, like, oh yeah, okay, yep, sounds good, let's do that. Or it can be a little bored, or it can be when people stop and think about something as well. Usually it's not, I'm just thinking if it's when people get a little trancy. Generally not, it's generally a signal of an edge. But this is the kind of what I'm talking about around, hopefully it's making sense, around energetic feedback and then kind of flat, so what we call positive or negative. It's especially important in negotiating with clients, especially in trauma work, of course, the direction of work and what's going to happen. And any time that we'll do work that involves touch, we're very, very cautious and careful to really make sure that the feedback that is coming from someone is deeply congruent, that all of them is agreeing to what we're proposing relative to the use of touch. And we don't necessarily use it a lot. Different therapists will be different about this. What else would I say about feedback? Yeah, it guides everything. Following feedback is how to know whether you're on or not, whether you're actually following the process, how it's wanting to unfold, or whether you're just kind of barking up the wrong tree, going in a direction that is actually not the main direction for growth. Doesn't mean it's going to be a useless direction, but it might just not be that juicy or that helpful for someone. Anyway, it's going to be a central part of what we are training in the process work intensive, because so much of our training work in process work is about how to notice signals of communication and therefore signals of feedback. So we're always looking at what kind of feedback did you get to that intervention? What kind of feedback are you getting now? What's your client saying in their signals, not just in what they're communicating? So hopefully that's helpful and has explained the notion of feedback a little. There's, of course, a bit more to it, which we'll unpack in the intensive, but that's enough for now. Okay, thanks for watching. Oh, did I give a little promo word? Ernie. Maybe I used Ernie already. Kermit the Frog. Okay, he's on Sesame Street sometimes. Okay, thanks, bye.